Hey everybody, we're back. We did a lot. The season's over. I did a little bit of playing off screen. Basically, here's how things went. Long story short, we went 83 and 79. We were able to secure a wild card spot, but we did lose in the first round against the Red Sox. We got Braxton Garrett at the deadline, and he was excellent. Both Miami and us don't care about the win-loss record. However, he was 6-2 with our squad down the stretch. Very good. Very, very good. Limited the home runs quite a bit. Tony Gonsolin shoved once again. He's got 34 wins the past 2 years. Struck out more in less innings this season. It was just extremely good all around. Iro had a rough year. He was down to earth again. Bad season. He was getting a little bit unlucky, but ever so slightly. Musgrove, 25 starts, was not worth the $17 million we paid him. I might stop paying starting pitchers because it's just not worth it. Noah Schultz, 10 games, 6 of them started. It was a rough go. Very rough rookie season for Schultz. Drew Thorpe, 110 innings, very solid. By far the best Drew Thorpe we have ever seen. Bryce Elder was very good, 5-8, 131 innings, 3.37 ERA. FIP under 4. Bobby Miller was not particularly good. Hagen Smith was bad in 15 innings. And then Peyton Palante reached the majors for us, 5 games as well. In the bullpen, Jose Buto pitched in 58 innings. We know he got injured for a bit. 4.12 ERA, very middling. Camilo Doval, same thing, injured for a little bit, and when he did pitch, he was mid at best. Hunter Gaddis was so back this season in a totally different role than the past 2 years, 33, 34, 35 though, at what we're trying to get him to do, which the past 2 years has been saves. But this year it was holds. He was our main setup man, and he did an excellent job. Everything that was up last season, he cut right back down on. Wasn't giving up any home runs again. Tom Cosgrove, very good. 84 and a third, 15 holds, 3.31 ERA. Very good after, sitting out last season. He was right back to that same form, or even better, actually, than he was in 2026 and 2025 with the Padres. Miguel Castro was excellent. He was incredible. Definitely, similar playing time as last season and much better. He was great. Victor, 21 games. He was, decent enough. He's probably going to be part of the team next year again. Greg Knapp did not make the majors. Yenier Cano played 3 games and was ass as usual. Jose Alvarado, 66 games, 39 saves. Very similar to last year. He did blow 10, which was kind of rough for sure. Wasn't as good at all as he was last year, but we'll take it. He's a free agent. We're not going to bring him back. At age 33, he'll be going somewhere else. Kyle Teal was amazing. OPS at 853, 509 slug. He was elite defensively. 5.8 WAR for Teal. Huge boost. He's at 84 overall. Edgar Caro, 105 at-bats, struggled with injuries, but 6 homers was nice. Everything else was kind of rough for him. Aside from the defense, very good defensively. Also, Britt Cruz, 7 at-bats, got his first major league hit. Good for him. I don't know if we'll ever see him in the bigs again, but if we do, he will hopefully be good. Nick Pratto, 56 games, did Nick Pratto things. Very, decent enough bat. And then terrible, or not terrible, actually, really was better towards the end of the year defensively. Andrew Vaughn was amazing for Vaughn's standards. He's always just in this meh kind of tier, always hitting 250, OPS at about 700, probably just below. But this year he really turned it up. 29 homers, 23 doubles is both the most he's had this whole series. Played in 161 games. He's consistently given us, like the past 3 years, he has not been injured at all, which I don't think we can say about any other player on the team, or maybe even any other player in Major League Baseball. Nick Maton, on the other hand, is always injured. But when he did play this season, once again, he was excellent. Back-to-back years. Basically a full season's worth over the past 2 years. We've gotten 26 homers and a 2.7 WAR with bad defense out of Nick Maton. Tyler Fitzgerald was decent, better than last season. Actually had his best year since 2024, his rookie season. 16 homers, we'll take it. Not sure what kind of a role he has on the team moving forward, if any. He was bad defensively. Romy lost all the magic from last year. He was bad, 657 OPS, .7 WAR. He was a lot better defensively. Addison Barger, 99 games, again lost a lot of that magic from last year. Got bit by the injury bug for a second time and just did not look the same, either offensively or defensively. Jamal Whaley was amazing. 882 OPS, 37 doubles, 10 triples, 24 homers, 94 RBIs, 28 stolen bases, all career highs aside from the OPS. Last year he was a little better in a little bit less time. 6.2 win player, was the best defensively he's ever been. Gosh, he's so good, and I'm so glad we have him locked up for the next just long while. And at just 21 years old as well. Like, he's just the biggest young star in baseball, and he only stands at 5'7", a short king. Rodolfo Castro continues to stink. Not sure what his role in the team is moving forward. Brooks Baldwin, 39 at-bats, was ass. Kind of cancels out the 33 really good at-bats he had last year. Colson Montgomery, same thing. He was so ass this year, it canceled out the promise he showed last season. Potential is all the way down to a C. I'm thinking about probably trading him. Nolan Jones was a guy we got at the deadline from the Rockies. He'll hit free agency. 821 OPS, 2.9 WAR. Corey Julks really heated up towards the end of the season. But he was injured. We had him in the minor leagues figuring it out for a while, and it worked. 45 games, 166 ABs, 707 OPS, very solid. Jurickson Profar looked like an MVP in his time last year, but this year he only played 7 games for us, and he was bad in those 7 games. So you got to think his career is almost over. James Outman, bit by the injury bug, only 94 games, but matched his home run total from last year. Did his thing once again, which was just be mid batting wise and great defensively. Braden Montgomery came up, 55 games for him. It was not great, 655 OPS. I'm hoping he'll really turn things up next season because he was great defensively, and if we can just get him to hit, that'd be crazy. Alec Burleson was an all-star. 31 homers, 95 RBIs. The power really came around this year for Burleson. And he also walked a lot more, 796 OPS. We will take a 1.5 WAR out of our DH. Chas McCormick, 90 games, was weird. Like the opposite of last year. Last year he was high average, low power. This year, high average, low power, high on base. This year it was the exact opposite. The slugging stayed in the same spot, but the average was just gone, like just sucked out of him. He could not make contact with the baseball. He was hitting like 140 at the deadline. Also got injured at the very beginning of the season. However, there are some things he does really well, and that is hit home runs. 18 homers was almost a career high. It was a simulation high with 18. And then he also plays great defense. He is not worth $8.5 million, and he's regressing. But you never know. So, who knows? Hudson Haskin did not make the majors this season, and that was the team. Negotiations, we've offered Burleson a deal. We've offered Vaughn a deal, but everybody else I think we're going to let walk. We also hired A.J. Hinch as our new head coach. And now we are going to look at the team, which, we have some holes. We could certainly use a big time infielder and an outfielder. Rotation could use some guys. Right now it's like Elder. It's right now it's Gonsolin, Iriarte, Elder, Thorpe. Oh, we need relievers too. This is gonna need to be a big season. And like Schultz is the number 5 right now. This is gonna need to be a big season in free agency, which I'm glad we have a lot of money to spend. We could also trade away Chas McCormick. That's something I'm going to try to explore. Actually, we'll go for major league ready players like Levi Stout. I'd do that. For Edwin Uceta, yeah, I mean, 97 games last year, he was insane. That looks like a good deal to me. We could get another player out of this. No, I think this is going to be a straight up McCormick for Uceta. We add a reliever who is likely to be our closer. Maybe. Not sure yet. I'm going to look at free agency. Gunnar Henderson. Ronald Acuna. Oh. Ooh. Stanky. This is a good class. Holy cow. We got to go after one of these guys. And I kind of want it to be Ronald. Yeah, I want to do that. Oh, God, what a class. What a free agency class. Good Lord. Oh, my. Nolan Gorman. I know Michael Massey's been solid at points. Gold Glove last year. Silver Slugger the year, All-Star the year before. Josh Smith, possibly? No. He wants 5 years. Oswaldo Cabrera feels like somebody safe. As does Santiago Espinal. I'd rather have a guy who hits well against righties, though, and is not 34 years old. But like last year, he was really good. Oh my. O'Neal Cruz would be a crazy get. Byron Buxton is 35. 1 year, 21 mil. Jake McCarthy, I feel like would be a crazy grab. And I need to focus back in on infielders like Ezekiel Duran. Just had a great year. He's still only 29. I don't want to pay people that much money, though. Torkelson could play like third for us if we wanted him to. He's got power. Again, asking for too much money. Romy's asking for $8 million a season. Good Lord. Nicky Lopez played 8 games. Wow. He's getting better too. I keep thinking there's so many different buttons in this game. Oh my god. I'm thinking we could go Oswaldo Cabrera. Offer him. He's good against righties. He's a body. And then lastly, we'll go for like a starting pitcher. that doesn't want over 20 million a year? Could I find one of those, please? Tyler McGill, possibly. Just had a rough year with Houston. Dean Kramer is 33. Kadai Senga is 36. Carlos Rodon is 36. Lucas Giolito, we could bring him home. Bring Paddock home after a rough season. JP Sears. Maley. How old is Maley? Maley's 34. Eric Fetty just had a nice season. He's 36, though. I don't want to sign another starting pitcher that's so old, man. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do it. Matt Brash is bad. Like, he's been bad every single year this save. I don't want to pay him. CNL Perez was just had a rough year. Trevor Steffen. Kevin Kelly. Yeah, I think Kevin Kelly could be a get. We could get both the Tampa Bay relievers. Sign Dustin May. That'll be my third guy. We're gonna go to next free agency. We might be gosh, Ronald is gonna be an absolute burn a hole in our pockets, but I want him very bad. Like, I'm willing to pay that massive deal because I think we're getting close to like a World Series level team. Orioles signed Gunnar Henderson to 380 mil. Pirates re-signed Oneil Cruz for 200. Guardians re-signed Jose Ramirez for like nothing. What? Ketel Marte is also coming back for nothing. Emmanuel Clase on a huge deal to the Mariners. Not interested in George Kirby. Ronald, I'm just gonna slap this. What is 8 times 36.3? Hey Siri, what is 8 times 36.3? 290.4 million. Yeah, that is a good deal. Maybe not like the longevity because he'll be 38 by the time it's over, but right now he's a generational player. Okay, he doesn't like it just yet. Jordan is an Oriole. All right, time to set the 40-man. Starting pitchers. We do have 30 people in the 40-man right now. Let's add Grant Taylor to the 40-man. Go down here. Everybody here should be on the 40-man. Eli Morgan, I'll bring back onto the 40-man because he could be a major leaguer. Same thing with Yenier Cano. Perfect. Fitzgerald. I don't want to see what we have in Wade Meckler. 28. I mean, I know he played back in 2023. This guy used to be a good prospect. Like, I used to like this guy quite a bit. Adrian Santo. Yeah, we'll keep this as our group. Send to free agency. Royce Lewis back in Minnesota. We're gonna offer arbitration. Teal. Oh God. Oh, perfect. Yeah, you want 5 years? Take that, man. Take it. You want You know, yeah, 5 years. 5 years, 8 million a year. I'm willing to give. Pyro, I'll offer arbitration of like 4 mil because he was bad. Barger, that's fine. I feel like he was just bad. Yuto can have that arbitration. Uzeta can have the 5 mil. Julks will offer him arbitration. Thorpe. Maton is probably going to get up to 2 mil. Outman is making a lot of money. Cosgrove, I think that's fine. Ooh, Elder's making a lot. We have a lot of guys that are making more money than I would like. Okay, we're going to tender contracts. We're going to remove most of these guys. Schultz, Harrow, Montgomery, all of course. Hagen Smith, I'm going to try and trade. Grant Taylor's coming back. Brooks Baldwin, Hudson Haskin, Peyton Palante, Greg Knapp. Ryan Ramos. Trey McGow is 30, but I'll just bring him back. Like, at some point, he's just trade bait for us. Same thing with Terrell Tatum, their bodies. I mean, on one hand, it's not ideal having 29 and 27-year-old minor leaguers, but, you know, it is what it is. Ryan Burroughs is 24. He's certainly coming back. And then if you have, like, C potential or higher, you're automatically coming back. Oh, we're just gonna keep on trucking along. Anthony, I just always have to bring back because his name is too good. Like, I can't let him go. Casey Salk is ideally trade bait one day. Silas Ardoin, Orlando Johnson are our main minor league catchers. Hold up. Mark Church, 840K. Yeah, you can walk. Francisco Arturo's coming back. Welcome back, Trenton Wallace. Peter Higgins. Tristan Garnett is walking, and Phil Kingman will return. Mark Church and Tristan Garnett are not going to come back. We're going to keep on Simmon, and we're going to offer free agents. Only 47 motivation. Okay, we're going to keep on going. Last day to offer arbitration. Teal. Yeah, I'm gonna offer him arbitration, but I'm also gonna keep this this money on the board of $8 million a year. I don't like that we're pursuing Ronald and trying to extend Teal in the same season, but I suppose it is what it is. Ronald, we have an opportunity. I'm gonna go 7 years, but I'm gonna do $40 million a year, or $39.93 million for the next 7. I feel like that's fine. I feel like that's a huge deal. No. We're going to go to the winter meetings. I think we're going to make a big trade splash. Contract decision incoming for Ronald Acuna Jr. And I don't think he likes it. Yeah, he did not like it. He didn't like it. All right, we're doing it again. All right, Ronald. Take the 7, but take $40 million a year. Go to winter meetings. Come on. Come on, Ronald. Come on, please. It's $280 million. He still doesn't like it. He's going back to Atlanta. That hurts. Yeah, we're going to sign free agents. I still want to get a big fish, which there aren't many left in the sea. In fact, there are none. I feel like C.J. Abrams is a good bank for my buck. Ryan McMahon is so old. He's really old. Hoppy. Hold up. What is the lineup looking like right now? Did we get Vaughn back? Holy shit, we didn't even get Andrew Vaughn back. Okay. Guys, we gotta lock in and sign some players. Torkelson, I don't feel like paying that much. Okay, we might be bad this year, guys. Teoscar, just play with the Diamondbacks for a year. He's getting old. Same thing with Buxton. Buxton's getting old. But also, like, he's still Byron Buxton at the end of the day. Yeah, I'm gonna sign him. Let me lock down this deal with Oswaldo Cabrera. Go to the Rule 5. I'm gonna make a big trade, I think is what I'm gonna end up doing. A couple of guys get taken. We usually use this to get relievers, but ooh, we have some starters that are not bad. No good, like, for 9s, though, on these guys. Boston Bateman is 23. All right, let's see this. Yariel Rodriguez hasn't pitched since all the way back in 24. Tristan Beck is here. Graham Ashcraft also hasn't pitched since the big 24. Jose Ruiz. Eniel De Los Santos, legend of the MLB The Show 24 Astros series. I feel like we almost got to take him. How much is he making? Like nothing? Oh, goodness. feel like Yariel, we have the chance of turning into a starter, and he's got B potential. So that alone earns him probably a draft. Gavin Sheets, bring him home. Last year he played a lot. Nico Cavadas is here. Tyler Locklear. Masataka Yoshida. My goodness, 35 years old. He's getting better. You know, he wouldn't be a bad guy to get. Samad Taylor. Yeah, it might be stupid, but I'm going to draft Masataka Yoshida. And then here with my second pick, I'm going to go Yariel Rodriguez. Both those guys are going to be on the team competing for a roster spot. I'm going to skip this final selection and exit the draft. I'm going to view the trade block. I want to make a big splash. And I want to get a huge name like Fernando Tatis Jr. I really do. And I want to know what it's going to take. Because I know, like, Whaley gets it done. But, like, what combination of Hagen Smith do I have to give up? Barger, not Barger. This still doesn't get it done, so he's probably out of it. I know the Rockies are bad. I know the Rays stink, but I've done a lot of wheeling and dealing with them. Tigers are good. Royals are good. Twins are good. Astros are bad. I know Pena's on too long-term of a deal for me to be interested. Angels, Zach Neto is on his final year of arbitration. Mike Trout is 37. He's only got 2 years left on his deal. You'll do Hagen Smith for Mike Trout. Huh. Will you now? We'll just take on that contract for you. What'll it take? Nothing. It'll take next to nothing. I could probably give you Peyton Palante. Yeah, Peyton Palante, and it's a done deal. For Mike frickin' Trout. Guys, do I pull the trigger on this? Do I do it? I mean, he just had a solid enough season. He's been a good player. All-star last year. He's injured a lot. He's injured quite a bit. I'm not going to do that. I don't think it's realistic enough, and I don't think I want to be spending my money there. They just paid Ronald Long. Yeah, they gave him 10 years. I was interested in giving him $40 million a year. I just only wanted to give him for 7, maximum of 8 seasons. But my goodness, he would have been generational. He would have been so good. Marlins brought back some guys. Mets, Phillies, Nationals. Dansby Swanson is in his final year of his deal. Rather get a guy who's good against righties. I might go after Ellie De La Cruz once arbitration hearings happen. We're just going to keep on simming. Offer Byron Buxton. I'll give him that 1 year, $21.7 million deal he wants, but he's going to Philly. Oswaldo Cabrera, I need this. Okay. Yeah. This is a problem. We're going to add some more players. Full starting pitchers. Logan O'Hoppe. Starting pitchers and catchers. Jake McCarthy, I'm not against getting. But I already have an outfielder I mean, he's a good batter too. I'll throw him on there. Oswaldo Cabrera, I'll do the 2 years. I'll do 9.8 mil. Give you that. Dustin May, I'll do the 1 year. I might even do two. This is first time pitching since 2023, which was what was kind of weird. I'll do 1 year, 4.95 mil. Go to arbitration hearings. I'll offer Jake McCarthy, like, I don't know, 5 years. Sure, I'll give him that. That's a little bit of an overpay in my opinion, and I knew he wasn't going to come here anyways. We need Oswaldo Cabrera to sign. He goes to the Cardinals. This is like a nightmare. We're going to be bad this year. We need to make some trades. All right, and then Dustin May didn't like our offer either. Abrams, JP Crawford is here at age 34. Brendan Donovan. Brendan Donovan feels like a good invest of my money. Like, I feel like I can trust Brendan Donovan. Same thing with Spencer Steer. Donovan plays a ton of positions, so I'm leaning towards him. Throw Donovan on there. I'll also... reliever market is still fine. I'll also look into getting Burleson again, because I kind of forgot about him. I'll do 4 years, 15.5 million. I'll do that for Burleson to bring him home. Dustin May, I'll do 2 years, 4.9 mil. See if he likes it. Because at best, we have another Gonsolin here in Dustin May. He does sign. Burleson also signs. So what is our budget looking like? We still have 75 million to spend. Yariel is making a lot of money. Oh, I didn't notice that. I did not notice that. I want to trade him away now. Actually, what is he as a starter? I mean, he's a good starter. I'm going to do something. I'll trade him because I do not want to pay him that much money. I'll bundle him in a deal for, like, somebody big. Like, can I get... I want Ellie De La Cruz. I also want Hunter Green. Hunter Green. Need Hagen Smith. What else? Nothing. Can't get Hunter Green. Wow. Okay. What's a big... I mean, I know the Cardinals are bad. They have Riley Green. Just signed him. D-backs are too good. The Rockies are bad. They did get Nolan Jones back, so good for them. Dodgers are insane. Padres are bad. They're paying Jackson Merrill for the final time. I guess we'll just have to go to arbitration hearings. Brendan Donovan, I'll lowball him. See if he just wants to do one. Because I feel like 1 year is fine, like enough for him. Starting pitchers, I'll try and pay somebody. Jose Barrios. I hate paying these guys so much money, but I guess that's just how baseball is now. Donovan, got him on 1 year. That's perfect. I'm going to try and do the same with Barrios. I'll just keep on simming. Actually, I need a reliever. Help. Anthony Misevich, Adrian Marjon. Elvis Peguero just had a bad year, but I feel like, yeah, I don't think he's worth 7.8 mil. Ian Hamilton, like, has been an absolute chad with the Yankees. Dari Moreta just had a great year. I think I'm going to go after him. Dari Moreta. I'm going to go after him. All right, we're going to offer contracts. Not interested. Jose Barrios, I'll see if he just wants the one season. Moreta, I'll also offer the one season. All right. Barrios isn't happy. Moreta is, though. He's going to sign. Okay, Barrios, we're up to 75. Like, come on, man. Just take the one. Take the one season. Okay, what does our pitching look like? Yeah, we have a much better bullpen now. Yeah, he goes back to the Jays. Wow. So now we go back to looking for starting depth. And, like, I'm going to do my yearly 1 year of wasting money. My 1 year waste. Lucas Giolito, probably. Bring him home. Bring Paddock home. All these guys are only wanting 1 year. Luis Castillo is 36. Musgrove is the guy I wasted money on last season. Yeah, I think Giolito is the play. He's probably interested in coming back. All right, arbitration hearings. All right, let's see what my guys are making. Yoshida's only making 1.6, so that was a very good get for us. 35-year-old Masataka Yoshida joins the squad. He's always going to be in the mid 700s, 280 average. If he doesn't get bit by the injury bug, that is, I will sim to renewable contracts. Drew Thorpe is making some more money. Colson Montgomery's making some money. Julks is making a shit ton of money. So is Maton. Oh my. Budget. Yeah, I don't like that I'm paying Julks so much money, but like he deserves it. He's good against lefties. Okay, now we make a big trade. Now we make a big trade. Or I guess we'll go like this one last day. Yinier Cano, Edwin Uceta, Addison Barger. Victor sided with us. Bryce Elder is making a lot of money. Buto. Outman is making a ton of money as well. What's up, Hollywood? So yeah, we just had 1, 2, 3, 4 guys making a large amount of money that will be free agents after this year. Also, we have Castro, Fitzgerald, Uceta, Gaddis, Doval. This is a big year for us, which is why I want to make a trade. I just saw that Ellie De La Cruz got his thing, and I know we can't get him, which makes me sad. Okay. I know the Giants were bad, weren't they? Yeah, the Giants were kind of bad. I could get an Elliot Ramos. Just want like a good batter, you know? Check the trade block. It's just Jake Burger. Yay. 32-year-old, 76 overall Jake Burger. Anybody want to bring him home? Not particularly. Lance McCullers Jr.'s 35. He's making way too much money. It's a team that stinks. I know the Nationals are bad. James Wood is on some of his final years, and he just had a crazy season. Hank Aaron Award. I know I don't have anybody. I know Whaley makes any deal done, but I'm obviously not going to give him up. Yeah, we're so far off with the middle on this. PCA, not really interested. Cardinals have some interesting players like Mason Wynn is a free agent after this year. He's been an all-star the past 2 seasons, but he's been bad. He's not good defensively. So he's not a good player. So could I get this for like Hagen Smith, Colson Montgomery? Actually, let me just retry this where I just bundle Hagen Smith, Colson Montgomery together and just see what kind of MLB players I can get. Nothing. Oh, what kind of MLB players I can get. Luis Rise, Heston Kjerstad, David Hamilton, Spencer Jones, my bad. I could get Xavier Edwards. I feel like that would be a pretty big deal. John Kinsey, Noel, and Sean Burke. That's kind of Colt Keith. Colt Keith is a good player. I could get Carlos Correa. That's kind of big. Jeremy Pena, we talked about, is on too long of a deal. I'm really interested in checking like what the longevity of the Correa deal is looking like. I could get Mark Vientos and this Clint Wiley. We saw Dansby Swanson, looked at him. Connor Norby, really? Brenton Doyle, they'll just give me Brenton Doyle straight up. Kyle Tucker, Dalton Varsho, Matt Waldron, and Blaze Alexander, really? Okay, so I'm liking the idea of going in division for Carlos Correa. That's 2 years. He was bad last year. Will you do that just Colson Montgomery? Yeah, almost. You'll almost do that. But then it's like the thing of like, would I do it for Mike Trout? But this is where I'm poaching a good player from a rival's team. I'll give you Marcus Lee Sang and Colson Montgomery. Take out Hagen Smith. That is a done deal. All right, we just got Carlos Correa. Why? I have no freaking idea. But I guess Jamal Whaley moves off of shortstop? Or do we move Correa? I think I'm going to move Correa. I'm going to make Correa like a third baseman. He's got the size and the arm. Boom, Correa's going to play third. Oh, we have Barger, though. Ooh. Ooh. We have a good team. We have a good team, I'll say that. All right, so now we take a look at the lineups against righties. We want Burleson. We want Correa. We also want to call up everybody on the 40-man. Yep. And then lineups, we add Donovan. Outman is good. I think we take Prado out. We take Jolks out first. All right. Burleson can play first. He's got 50 fielding. That's serviceable enough. We'll throw Yoshida's the DH, Burleson's the first, Correa third, Whaley at short, Barger out in left, Outman in center, Donovan in right. Or no, Donovan left, Barger in right because he's got the absolute cannon of an arm. This looks like a team, guys. I'll say that. Correa. So then with the lineup, we do like I like Donovan as my leadoff hitter. He gets on base. Then Whaley in the 2 like usual. Burleson can bat fourth because he's our power. I have so many lefties. Oh my god. Burleson can bat fourth because he's our power. We'll go Teal fifth. Yoshida sixth. Maton seventh. Barger eighth. Or Outman eighth. Outman seventh. Maton eighth. Barger ninth. And that's the lineup. Against lefties, we want... Ooh, we're kind of stanky against lefties. Probably because I have so many lefty batters. Askin looks good. Fitzgerald can play against lefties and kind of shove. I don't know why I said shove, because that's a pitching term. Prado's going to play. Fitzgerald, Maton, Castro, Haskin, Whaley, Julks, and Correa. Yoshida, Burleson, Teal, they'll all be on the bench. Prado at first. I don't want Correa in right. I want Correa at third. I want Rodolfo Castro at second. And then I know Fitzgerald can play center. So we'll do Maton in right, Julks. Or actually, we'll do... Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Julks in left. Haskins the DH. Maton in right. Fitzgerald in center. The lineup becomes... Well, this lineup is so much worse. I like Maton against lefties. We know Castro is a dog, so we'll put him first. We'll go Fitzgerald fifth. Prado sixth. Julks seventh. Haskin eighth. And Caro ninth. Yeah, that's fine. And then for the pitching staff, I said Yariel only has 59 stamina, so I'm hesitant to make him a starter, but, whatever. Oh, that's right. I wanted to trade him. I can get 8 potential first basemen for him from the Rays. Yeah, I'll I'll accept that deal with the Rays. Got this guy Jeffrey Roach. And I'm going to turn him back into a reliever because that 59 stamina is bothering me. Like, I don't think it would be realistic to have that as a starter, particularly. But they got Prelander. He was kind of mid last year. All right. One thing I do want to do is make Dustin May a starter. Because I want to make him the new Gonsolin. Ooh, yeah, him and Gonsolin are going to be good. So, in the rotation, we got Gonsolin, we got Iriarte, we got May, we got Elder, and then the five. Right now, I'll experiment with Thorpe, but it could be anybody. It could be Thorpe, it could be Miller, it could be Schultz, it could be. Okay, I want Hagen Smith. Who is going to be our closer? It's going to be Gaddis. I mean, never mind. Uceta was so good last year. I can't not make it Uceta. Yeah, Edwin Uceta is going to be our closer. We'll change that if need be. But for now, that's going to be the way things go. Buto. Or no, setup men are going to be Gaddis. And Doval. In the middle, we'll have Moretta, Cosgrove, Buto. Or not Holderman. Why is Colin Holderman here? I want nothing to do with Colin Holderman. Yeah, I want Victor Gonzalez in the middle. We'll have Victor, Moretta, Cosgrove, and Buto in the middle, and then Hagen, Noah, and Bobby in the long. Colin Holderman can get off the 40-man. Free agency, I'll take a look at just like if there's any youngsters that I could sign for like low money. Like this 19-year-old. Just filling out the roster with some better younger players in minor league free agency right now. Taking a look at like, I saw a guy. It was not this Mark Church. It was this guy, Bernie Rex. And here we're fine. All right, we're going to take a look at the roster, make any more position changes we need to make. This is fine. Prado at first is fine. Maton, Fitzgerald at second. Correa, Barger at third. Whaley, Castro, Baldwin at short. Donovan, Julks, Yoshida in left. Outman, Montgomery in center. Burleson, Haskin in right. That's fine. Yeah, Hagen Smith's gonna stay on the roster. No, I don't care. Anybody else's contract we need to renew? Nope. Sims spring training. Off-season has come to an end. Spring training is about to begin. We do have 2 more spots to put to bring players up. I'm going to give that to Brian Ramos. He's going to run practice with the team. Jordan Villa at just 19 years old. Do I want him on to go with us? No, I think that's fine. 39 is enough. That'll be the squad. All right, to the regular season. Oh no. We don't know how anybody did. That's fine. I guess I'll just select the roster as is. It has Schultz going down. I want Elder up. I don't want Smith up. Smith's going down. It has Victor going down. I don't like that. Don't like that one bit. But other than that, this is all fine. Bobby Miller, I suppose. I want Noah Schultz up, actually. Yeah, also, I'm going to send down Bobby Miller. Teal and Caro, Prado stays up, Maton stays up, Correa, Barger, Whaley Castro, not Baldwin. Baldwin's going down. Donovan Jolks, Yoshida, Outman. I want Montgomery to stay up, man. But he's not really good at anything. Yeah, Fitzgerald is going to stay up over Montgomery because he's a better bat against lefties. So there's the opening day roster. Gonsolin, May, rotation's going to be Gonsolin, Iriarte, May, Thorpe, or May, Elder, and Thorpe. Schultz is the long reliever. Setup men will be Doval and Gaddis. Wait, do I have too many batters? Yeah, I do have too many batters. I guess Masataka Yoshida's got to go down. Outright waivers. I didn't want to do that, but I guess I'm going to. He'll be right back up with any injuries, though. So I would call Bobby Miller back, and I would call Victor Gonzalez back. They're both on waivers. So I guess for the moment, yeah, everybody we want's on waivers. I'll probably just claim somebody off waivers. Actually, Haesung Kim. What in the world? Yep. Yeah, we're claiming that. River Ryan. Keaton Wynn. Making too much money. Tyler Phillips. Kyle Tyler. I call him a reliever. Roddery Munoz. I remember being a decent prospect back in the day. Ben Rice. Wow. Alec Manoa. Wouldn't mind grabbing one. Stephen Kolek. Aaron Ashby. I think that's going to be the claim. Or no, making a lot of money. Corey Lee. We got Caro's brother, Jefferson. Walker Buehler. Yeah, you know who I'm just gonna go slap a claim on Aaron Ashby for now. All right, against righties, who plays? Barger. Barger plays, but he's not going to be the DH. Instead, that will be Maton or Burleson. It'll be Burleson. Barger is going to play right. They've got Prado in there, which I don't mind at all. Prado at first base. And then we'll switch up the lineup with Donovan batting leadoff, Whaley batting second, Correa third, Burleson fourth, Teal fifth. Barger will go sixth. Outman will go sixth. Barger will go seventh. Maton eighth, and Prado ninth. Against lefties, I want Fitzgerald in there over Outman. And this is a fine bench. Fitzgerald in center. Do I like it? Not really. But it's the way things are going to be for now. So Fitzgerald is the center fielder for now. And then the lineup, I like Castro batting leadoff, Correa, or Whaley, Correa, Burleson in the middle. Then Maton fifth, or Fitzgerald fifth, Maton sixth, Julks seventh, Prado eighth, Caro ninth. That's a good lineup. Pitching, we already went over, is going to look something like this. Play our next game. Okay, I need to release one player from my system. That one player is going to be all right, let's see it. Catchers, we have plenty. I feel like Silas Ardoin does not need to be here. Just going to pass Haisong down through waivers. Then we got Aaron Ashby for the middle of our bullpen to be one of the lefties, one of the three lefties we're actually going to have. So for the second year in a row, it'll be Tony Gonsolin getting the go for us on opening day. We will play the game. And then that'll be it for this episode. All right, rivalry game against the Cubs, who were bad last year. It'll be Tony Gonsolin getting the go for us. It'll be Hunter Brown getting the start for them. First time against a right-handed pitcher on opening day since season 1, or since ever, actually. I believe each of the first, how many, was it 4 years of this series? Yeah, 4 years of this series, we've gone against a lefty each time. So here it's time for the opening day festivities, the Chicago White Sox and the Chicago Cubs. Here's Brendan Donovan, new White Sox signing. Fouls it away.
First pitch, 120.
Donovan grounds this one over to second. And he flips it back to first, and the first batter of 2029 is retired. Here comes Jamal Whaley. Don't forget his rookie season 3 years ago at age 18. He put up a show, hitting 2 homers, showing off many heroics. I believe he was the number 2 overall pick in the 2025 MLB draft. Here he checks his swing, and he did go around. Either way, Yeah, no, he did not go around. Either way, it's still in the strike zone is what I was going to say next. And he rips this one up the middle. Good start to the season for Jamal Whaley, the 21-year-old.
Batting third, the third baseman.
Here comes Carlos Correa, the big trade that we made this offseason. Making more money than anybody else on the team. $33.5 million for the next 2 years. And if he doesn't get bit by the injury bug, it'll be worth every penny. Correa, and his first at-bat as a White Sox. It's gone. 377. Welcome to Chicago, Carlos Correa. The new third baseman. That's right, you heard it, third baseman. It's a homer. Here comes the fourth hitter, Alec Burleson. Burleson got himself a nice new extension. It's perfect. But it's right to the center fielder. This game sucks, and I'm dead inside. Burleson ripped it. Perfect. But right to the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. Teal swings through the cutter. It's 2-0, though, right now, between the Sox and the Cubs. Teal swings through a fastball that may have just barely caught the zone that probably was going to be called a ball. Teal rips this one high and far. So a lot of hard-hit balls in this first inning for the Sox, including a home run. Carlos Correa. Boom! See you later. So Tony Gonsolin will go to work. Gonsolin threw 6 shutout last opening day. And now it's the second inning of work for Brown. Brings up the 6th hitter, James Outman. James. Outman fouls away the 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Outman hits that one in between the legs of Brown and up the middle. So we've got a leadoff base runner here in the second with James Outman. Here comes Addison Barger. Barger, for the second year in a row, played under 100 games due to injury. But when he did play, it wasn't as good as he was in our World Series run. He lost the magic that he had that season. We're hoping he'll bring it back. What a pitch by Brown. 98 slots right in there for a strike. 0-2 to Barger. The big lefty bat digs in. Got a weird batting stance. And he swings at a cutter that he thought was... He was super aware of that part of the zone if it was to catch it, and he just got way out front. Swings right through it. Runner on first base for Nick Maton. Maton also swings at one inside and away. Brown has thrown 3 different pitches that have all been successful in that part of the batter's box. Here he ambushes inside and makes an insane take. Maton's got really good discipline. And another guy who's been bit by the injury bug the past 2 years, but when he has played, has been amazing. Here's going to be a double play, though. Maton beats it out at first, though. He's safe and will play onward here on the top of the second. Here comes the number 9 hitter, Nick Pratto. Pratto was very mid last year for us. He's got an even bigger role this season with the departure of Andrew Vaughn. Another guy who moved teams in division. Wow, rips it, but foul. Had the bat kind of out ahead of where the baseball was. Pratto on the ground. This one's only going to need 1, and they get him. So we go to the middle of the second. Here comes Gonsolin back out to work. So ground outs, fly outs, and another ground out. Back to the top of the order.
Leading off for the White Sox, the left fielder
with Brendan Donovan. 2-time Gold Glover utility player. All those good things. Hits it into left field. It's going to be caught. Decent hit, though. 82 off the bat. Here comes Jamal Whaley, who's 1 for 1 this season. Whaley, just 5'7", but he can produce a lot of power. Hit 2 in his MLB debut.
This one's going to stay in the ballpark. It's tracked down. Hunter Brown so far getting hit deep. Here comes Carlos Correa, who had the bomb back in the first. Good take. And he did it again. Oh my God. Carlos Correa is so good. Carlos Correa, 438 feet. And in 3 innings, 2 at-bats as a Chicago White Sox, this man is already earning those $33.5 million. Yeah, the reunion between A.J. Hinch and Carlos Correa. Call me a biased Astros fan, but I think it was genius. Correa, 2 home runs in his White Sox debut. Here comes Alec Burleson, the new batter. Or the next batter, that is. On the ground, chopper, fielded by the first baseman, raced to the bag. Hunter Brown gets there first. But more damage done. A Carlos Correa solo shot that flew 438 feet. And a 1-2-3 inning for Tony Gonsolin. As we head to the 4th, here's Kyle Teal. Teal was one of the biggest breakouts in baseball last year. Pops it up. Had a slugging percentage over 500 when the first 2 seasons we had out of Teal were filled with injuries and just very bad hitting. Now he's one of the league's best catchers. Here comes James Outman, who's 1 for 1. Swing and a miss. Tried and check his swing, but he went around anyways. Either way, that ball likely caught the zone. That's just about a quarter of that baseball was within the strike zone. Here he swings early at the circle change, down in the count 0-2. Good take there by Outman. It's now 1-2.
Now batting, right fielder Addison Barger.
So down on strikes goes Outman. Here comes Addison Barger. Down the line, it's a fair ball. It's going to be a single for Barger, who held up at first base. So it's a 2-out base runner. That was a terrible throw, my goodness. But Barger is now aboard after the single and then an error. Here comes Maton, who's 0 for 1. Nick Maton fouls away the 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Good timing, but we were well under it. If we had just... it's a home run. That one's well struck, but it will be foul. Maton, been on the team for... This is year number 4. Been on the team for every single season of the save. And he strikes out here as we go to the bottom of the 4th, where Tony Gonsolin remains hard at work. Nice. Tony Gonsolin killing it.
Leading off the White Sox, the first baseman.
Here comes Nick Pratto. Oh, he checks it.
0-1's the count.
Checks his swing. He went around. Either way, it's probably like... Oh, never mind. That's not a strike. That was not a strike either.
0-2.
That's a bad call there. 0-2. Pratto on the ground. Chopper to first. Bush will take it himself. And the race between first basemen goes to the one with the ball. Here's Brendan Donovan, the leadoff hitter. 0 for 2 as a White Sox. Good take by Donovan. My goodness. Donovan spent the beginning of his career with the Cardinals as an excellent fielder, contact hitter, and utility man. Here he hits that one well, and it is going to be caught. Well hit, though. Almost as good as his former teammate and new teammate, Alec Burleson's perfect. Here's Whaley. Never mind. So first thing in the top of the 6th, we'll see Carlos Correa, but for now, the Sox go 1-2-3 here in the 5th. Tony Gonsolin will continue work against Christopher Morel, who's back in Chicago. All right, a run scored in the 5th, and they will change pitchers as Shintaro Fujinami will face Carlos Correa, who's got 2 home runs, 2 for 2 with 2 bombs as a White Sox so far. And then there was that one which just sounded like a rocket taking flight off the bat. Carlos Correa, can he make it 3 for 3? Oh, it's right back to the pitcher. Correa shows that he's human. And first pitch goes down there on a ground out. Here comes Burleson. Fouls away the fastball 99. He was a little late. Actually, good timing, just under it. Burleson riding an 8-game hitting streak that he had from the end of last season. Should have reached base on that perfect, but Pete Crow Armstrong is just too good out there in center field. Down goes Burleson, so here comes Teal. Just like that, 6 consecutive White Sox have been sent down. Teal fouls that one back. Teal's 0 for 2, trying to get his first hit of the season as the Sox lead 2-2. And the oncoming is the left fielder, and he'll put it away. So another 1-2-3 inning for the Cubs pitching staff. Gonsolin with 81 pitches. We will warm the new White Sox, Dari Moreta. Nope, never mind. Aaron Ashby, the waiver claim, comes in. There we go. So now I will bullpen sit him down, and then I'll go Camilo Doval. I will warm up, and then I will schedule to put in the game. All right, here comes James Outman. Fujinami back in for an extra inning of work. God, I hate it when I get the check swing animation. Sometimes I wish it would just go through with a swing and a miss. Because sometimes I'm not just tapping it, like I'm trying to swing. And that one is over the head of the second baseman. Outman with his second hit of the day. And another leadoff base runner for the Sox here in the 7th. Here comes Addison Barger, who's 1 for 2. Fouls that one away on a power swing. 98. Easily caught a good bit of the zone. About 90% of that ball was in the strike zone. That one paints the corners. Fujinami's been excellent today. He's been showing off out of the bullpen for the Cubs when they've needed him. Good take there by Barger as Shintaro touches 100 on that pitch. 1-2 to Barger. Runner on first. On the ground, and it's over the head. Bouncing over the head of the jumping Bush. And so, runners on first and second. Ducks in a pond for Nick Maton, who's 0 for 2, but has been very good these past 2 seasons when he's been on the field. Good take by Maton, 98, well below the zone. Still nobody out here in the 7th. Maton hits that one high up, skied into center field. Crow Armstrong gets under it, and we'll head over to third. It's a good throw, and we're safe. Outman tags up at third base. Barger remains on first, and Nick Prato digs in. Good Lord, that was hit so hard. It's going to go foul, though. 103 off the bat. That one's hit well. Get down. Get down. Yes! For once, Pete Crow Armstrong caught that. Oh my gosh. PCA is actually an animal sometimes. Here's Donovan. So it does drive in a run, but it's also an insane out for the Cubs. If that's any other player in baseball, it's a base hit. Donovan hits this one. It's tailing off, but it will be caught once again as I believe that's Owen Cassie out there, who puts on the brakes to make the play.
Now,
Milo Doval is coming in for his first outing of the season to try and begin the act of setting up this game. Here comes Jamal Whaley, new pitcher. He will face Daniel Palencia, who's coming out from the right side.
Valencia.
Bouncing ball. Good job by grabbing it and firing back to first by the third baseman. Here comes Correa. Carlos Correa, 2 for 3 with a pair of home runs. Can he make it 3? Swing and a miss, 100. Correa couldn't catch up there. The third baseman, playing that position for the first time ever, hits this one just a pop fly. So Correa will be 2 for 4. Hopefully that is his last at-bat, unless we bat around this inning. Here comes Burleson, who had that hard hit ball in the first. Hasn't reached base yet. There he takes a ball. Burleson signed a 4-year, $60+ million deal this season, 2-0, as that one touches 100, but it's well above the zone. So Burleson with a new bag in his pocket, trying to do something as the count goes to 3-0. Palencia, really no interest in pitching to Burleson right now. That one is going to be a base hit. The hitting streak continues for Alec Burleson. He's got a base knock, and he will extend the inning as here comes Kyle Teal. 2 outs for Teal. Down the line to Bush. Steps on first base, and it's a quick blast out of the 8th inning. We continue into the bottom of the 8th. Hunter Gaddis comes in as scheduled and does his thing. We will warm Edwin Uceta as well as Noah Schultz just in case we score like 5 runs this inning. Here's Outman, who's 2 for 3. Palencia to pitch. Oh my goodness, that was rocked, but it's foul. 103 off the bat from Outman. Outman early again, fouls one in that same direction, just a lot slower off the bat. Quick 0-2 count for Palencia. James Outman seeking a 3-hit game. Good take.
That's ball 2.
That's a ball. Good take. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Down goes James Outman. Here comes Addison Barger. Barger also seeking a 3-hit game. And he hits it right to Bush. So 2 quick outs here on the top of the 9th. Here comes Nick Maton. Maton, quick bloop single maybe? Nope, just a fly out to center field. And we will put Edwin Uceta into the game to close it out. Walks a man, runner thrown out. And we win the game, 4-1. Carlos Correa, assuming he's going to be your player of the game. 2 highlight reel-worthy home runs by Correa. Tony Gonsolin also went a strong 5 innings of 1-run baseball. And that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll be back for more next time.